And here we are at Leek Town Football Club on Thursday morning, and I've got here Ian Smith, manager of Leek Town Ladies. Thanks very much, Ian, for coming down to speak to us.
No problem.
Trying to catch up with you, and I wanted to ask you a couple of questions because at the moment the ladies are in the spotlight a little bit with the FA Cup and their achievements. So I suppose the first question, we'll start at the beginning, is tell us about the history of the ladies. How were they formed, and how long have you been doing the manager's role?
Wow, right. We started down here, we started two female teams down here, 12s and 15s, 5 years ago. My team was the under 15s. The first year in, they run us up in the league, joint top. And then at 16s, they won the Staffordshire County League, the Staffordshire County League Cup and the Staffordshire County Cup. So we knew we were onto something. They're quite a special bunch. Don't think the treble had ever been done before. So we put them as an under-17s team in the elite Warwickshire League. Quite a lot of travelling. And when they looked at our history, not only did they put them in that league, they put them in the Premier Division of that league. So they were playing Wolves, Coventry Cities, them type of teams. And they did brilliant. As an under-17 team, they came 3rd or 4th in that league that year. And then last year we decided to put them in the ladies Staffordshire County Ladies League to see how they went on. Again, they looked at our history and they gave us a free promotion before we started. So we started off in Division 1 instead of 2. They lost the first 2 games while they got to grips with female football. Third league game they won, and then they didn't lose again all season to the last game, and they won that league and are now in the West Midlands Regional Women's League, Step 4. Right,
so like you say, quite a special bunch, and clearly they've continued that good form. I'm just looking at this season, and I might as well ask you, how are you doing this season, and do you set targets at all in terms of a league position? How do you approach it?
Not really. To be honest, last year when they first went in, ladies, and they lost the first 2 games, I thought we perhaps put them in a year too soon. But they're young and they adapted brilliant and ended up winning it. So this year, we've said the same again, let's stay in this league. But they're 3rd after 3 or 4 games.
And I noticed quite a big victory at the weekend. Was it 8-0? Have I just read on the internet earlier on?
We played Atherstone Rangers here, 8-0. Yeah, I think they're a Warwickshire team.
So it's quite a good start, it's fair to say. What you mentioned the age group. What is the age group?
From the original team, which most of them are all still here, the 17, 18, 19-year-olds. We've got a.
So it's a young team, isn't it?
Yeah. We've recruited from a few other players have come from other teams. We've got 3 or 4, 5, 20-year-olds now. I think the oldest player is 24, but essentially it's the same team as we started off with.
Obviously the FA Cup, and that's making quite a bit of news at the moment. I guess it's the same as the men's competition. It's the FA Cup, the national competition that you've now progressed to the third qualifying round. You correct me, third qualifying round. Having beaten Knoll Ladies away 2-1. How big a result was that?
Well, they're the league above us, so they would have been expecting to beat us, and I think they underestimated them really. It was nip and tuck till half time, and then our fitness showed, and they won 2-1 in the end, but it should have been 3-4 perhaps.
So it was a comfortable 2-1.
Yeah, comfortable 2-1.
And then you obviously travelled to Loughborough Students on October the 9th in the third qualifying round. I understand they're Premier League opponents.
Yeah, they'll be the highest level team we've ever played.
Is it? I was just about to say, what do you know about them?
I know that they've got 4 teams. Obviously, they can only put 1 in the FA Cup. They're a handy team before they get the student intake. Loughborough University is one of the main sporting universities in the country, and they've just had 120 go in for trials for these teams, so they'll pick.
So that's going to be a really tough.
That's why they play in the Women's Premier League. They've always got a top team.
And realistically, can you go there and get a result? I guess you've got to go and be positive, but what's your thoughts ahead of that game?
I think they do well. If they don't get nervous and they can play to the strengths, they've got a chance.
Your own squad, how big a squad do you have? How many sort of names do you have registered? And tell us when you train and where you train.
We've 22 registered now, signed. We train Tuesday nights. At the moment, we're using the new lights on virtual.
Okay.
Which are quite good, to be honest.
And you play your matches down here, which is...
Yeah.
That's good, isn't it, in itself? I guess... I mean, you tell me that the support of the football club here, do you get the support?
Yeah, yeah, they're fantastic, really. I know most of the directors down here and some of the board, and they've been great with the ladies team. We got to the stage, once we got the promotion last year, we could no longer play on certain pitches. We have to have certain standards of pitches in our league. It's got to be securely fenced, so there was only 3 or 4 pitches in the area we could have used, and Leek Town just said use ours.
I was going to say, because these must be up there as the best facilities in the league, I would guess. So you're using...
these are the best facilities, yeah.
Without doubt. And the pitch, what's your thoughts on the pitch this season? Because obviously it's been relayed.
Fantastic.
Playing brilliant.
Well vaulted.
What kind of football do you play? Do you have a philosophy? Do you play... Because there's various ways to set a football team up.
We adapt to the situation. We go through it all in training, defensive, attacking, transition, everything.
And how good would you say the standard is of ladies football? Because do you ever get comparisons with the men, which is obviously an unfair comparison, but yeah, what's your thoughts?
Different game altogether. Up to 15s, I mean, there's nothing between girls and boys at all, I wouldn't have thought now. In fact, I think the FA are just starting to allow girls teams to go into boys leagues up to 15 this year.
They are, yeah.
But compared to the men, the ladies' games are a very technical game. Obviously, it's not as physical as the men's game, but technically, it's up there. Yeah.
It's probably an unfair question, this one, but I was going to ask: can you name us any star players? I guess you're a team, and it'd be unfair to. But any players in your own team that are doing particularly well?
They're all doing well. They're all doing well. You featured one on a free kick last year.
Fantastic. Yeah.
Yeah, she's probably one of the best.
Quality, and I guess ladies football in general, the profile of it's increasing all the time. Across the country, you look at Stoke City Ladies, they're in the news quite a lot locally, and obviously the national team doing very well. Yep. Do you think that's the reason the profile is raising, because it's on a national scale, or what's your thoughts?
I think so. I think when the ladies did well in the World Cup, it brought things forward a lot. I still think under 16s down, there needs to be the FA need to step in and help girls football at a lower level.
In what way?
Lacking numbers in certain leagues. You look at the Staffordshire leagues, some of the leagues have got 10, 12 in, but some are down to 6, 7. They need to encourage, or we need to find ways of encouraging more girls to get involved with football. But it's more healthy than it's ever been. Yeah.
Who's your captain? Who's your team?
Charlotte Bromley.
Charlotte Bromley. Do you have an assistant manager?
2 chaps help me out a lot. Mark Bromley, Charlotte's dad, and Tony Retham. He's the assistant manager, another parent.
And if I was to ask you what do you like the most about being the manager, what would you say to me?
The most. I like seeing how the players develop, and I like them enjoying themselves, really.
And I've got to throw the other one in. The least. What do you like the least?
There's nothing I don't enjoy, really.
Fair enough. Leek Town, do you get to watch the first team much at all?
Yeah, I watch most home games. An odd away one if it's local, depending on where I'm working. Or
what's your thoughts this season? Any opinions on how they've been doing?
I think they've done all right. Where are we now? 11th.
Mid-table, yeah, mid-table.
Had a good win on Saturday. I came and watched that against Chasetown.
Good man. Do you support any other team?
We've got 2 season tickets at Man United. We're Man United supporters at ours. I also just had to watch Leek Town. I'll go watch Stoke a couple of games. Local football. I like all football, really.
Do you watch any of Leek Town TV?
Yeah.
Good answer.
Yeah.
Good answer. Nearly at the end, Ian. Sam Allardyce. I might as well throw this in. It's very topical at the moment. What are your thoughts on all that nonsense?
Well, I didn't think he was the right appointment in the first place, but he's been a fool, sting, whatever you call it. But
gotta go.
Yeah, gone.
Gotta go. Ian, thanks very much for coming down this morning. Best of luck in the FA Cup.
I think we'll do well. Yeah.
We'll follow the progress, and I'll try my best to get down here and see if I can capture some of your games in the next few weeks. I'll have
Yeah,
a look at the
we're at home
fixtures.
again on the 16th.
16th, I'll certainly look at me calendar. You're a gent, thanks very much.
Thanks very much.